Sandbox. It's a soapbox. It's FanBox.
All right, it's episode 20. We are talking Tardis Talk here on It's FanBox. If you don't know about us, check out itsfanbox.com. Also, fanboxnetwork.com to see some of the other stuff that we've done. We post about Doctor Who, Marvel movies, Marvel shows, all that stuff. And if you are interested in participating, you can definitely reach out to us. You can contact us at contact@itsfanbox.com or on itsfanbox@gmail.com. Either way, I'll try not to ignore your emails, and then we can see about you getting on here and being with us. But with that said, let's talk about who's on here with us. It's been a couple weeks, so reintroduce yourselves. Niko. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to do the thing.
Just let him blow up
the thing. Here we go. Niko, go.
Hello, Niko Skywalker on TikTok, Skywalking Niko on Instagram. I love Doctor Who.
As you point to Grogu, I love that.
No, I think it's the painting behind.
Yeah,
it.
it's
yeah.
Hold on.
There we go.
Show this off.
Very Van Gogh inspired.
Yeah, there's Daleks in the sky.
Oh my God, there is. You're gonna need to link me to where you got that.
I got it at the con. Tony told me about my one purchase.
Oh, that one in Crystal.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I would.
They even framed it.
That is wild.
Let David go next, because I now want to grab my Doctor Who art.
It was a free convention too. Oh, David, go.
Hey, I'm Xanatos1138 on all socials. I am mostly TikTok, trying to do Twitch, as I said last night in the Ironheart podcast, but I just posted a clip of a Rivals game on TikTok, kind of pretending like I stream. So go check it out.
Awesome. And of course, Johnny is back. Johnny,
hi everyone, I'm Marvelous Johnny. Remember, it's Marvelous with 2 L's because I am Canadian. Be sure to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Especially Instagram. I got some exciting things coming. But here's my Doctor Who art that I got recently at a con.
Ooh,
that's nice,
right?
Very pretty. I almost kind of want to get like a portrait like that of every one of the Doctors, and like have like just a wall of Who.
Yeah, no, I want a wall of Who as well.
The Who's Who wall.
The Who's Who wall.
Oh, nice, okay, hold on, David. Oh,
my favorite bit about this is that I do.
This is my Hawaiian shirt, Van Gogh inspired Doctor Who.
Nice,
so nice.
Honestly, I like that. I like that a lot.
I will say this because you guys heard on the Discord. I was so disappointed. We went to Disney. We went to Orlando. Yep. We went to Disney World. We were there for 3 days at Disney World. First of all, Universal was such a better trip. I'm just going to say the stuff was so much more fun and they treated us so well. But
Epic Universe
oh my God, that was so good.
Yeah.
But then we went to Epcot specifically for the purpose that my son and I wanted to go to the UK area in Epcot to hopefully get some Doctor Who merch because we heard it was there, and we went there, and the person, it was the Toy Soldier, I think it's the shop, and we went in and they go, oh no, Doctor Who's been replaced by the Beatles. And my son goes, who wants the Beatles? Doctor. So he was so disappointed. He's like, Dad, can we just go back and swim? I'm like, yeah, we're done. We're done with Epcot. So we had fish and chips and then we went home. So yeah, it was so disappointing. So disappointing. Like, but he goes, who wants the Beatles? And so we were doing something and I saw, there was a Star Wars shirt that was like Vader and like Stormtroopers like doing the Abbey Road thing. I say, hey, look, it's Star Wars referencing the Beatles. He goes, who cares, Dad? He's so bitter.
I respect it.
So, same. Yeah. But if you guys don't know, we also have a podcast. We do this. If you don't like watching us, you don't want to see this mug, you definitely would want to see them. You can go to the podcast. Just find out wherever your podcast, Tardis Talk. That's all. Let's just get into talking about the show because it's been a minute.
But
Yeah,
I've been compensating for that by reading. Where is it? There we go. Ruby Red still.
Nice. I still have to read it.
It's not bad so far. The voices really come out, to say the least, with the characters.
Oh, I've been reading 13th Doctor comics, and they're fantastic.
Because it's not Chibnall.
My son and I have gotten onto Tubi and are starting to watch OG Doctor
Classic,
Who.
yeah. No, I'm still on the third Doctor right now.
It's taking a minute to kind of like. The acting in the first episode was so bad. Like I just was like, I need to go to sleep. But I was like, okay, Daleks. Yeah, like yeah, it's interesting. It didn't age as well as I think some of the other stuff of the Doctor.
I know the first Doctor's first arc isn't on Tubi because I kept looking for it, just couldn't find it.
Well, I was surprised how they just kind of pick up. Like you have to learn what's going on because like you have these characters that you just most of them you don't like, and like Susan's right there. She's like grandfather. I'm like, okay, we need to explain this because he's constantly said like other stuff about. I need more history with these characters. So
yeah, I watched most of the first Doctor's run, and really, you watch it to see back in the day. They didn't do multiple takes, so if they messed up a line, they just kept trucking through it. If they're trying to zoom in on the camera and the camera bumps something, they just keep going. Seeing someone fall down a well, it's clearly a stick figure, like doing cartwheels down somewhere.
I will say it's also very interesting that on Tubi they replace some of the episodes that would be there with the newer animated ones with just the voices.
Yeah, it's because a lot of
they lost
it.
Lost. Yeah. But at the same time, like, where the fuck did they get the voices from?
The second Doctor has been devastated.
It's just all animated by this point. That's the sad part.
Well, I can't wait to get that by then. That's gonna be fun.
BritBox had a little bit of both for the second Doctor. Like I saw a couple of those episodes, and then I skipped straight to the third Doctor because I don't know, the second Doctor was not doing it. Like the funniest part was like the random flute playing. That was funny.
It's a recorder, thank you.
I also love how much they like in the first episode, how much they focused on the food dispenser, and like I was like, the TARDIS is a very interesting thing. Like they don't even you just walk out of a police box and you're just like, okay, it's not even like the main character, and it's okay, we're getting there, but I'll see how it goes. It's so far it's not causing any anxiety that I had as a child with my PTSD with watching Doctor Who on PBS. So yeah.
Lord.
Wait till you get to the Thundercats episode. That's a
Thundercat episode?
Yeah, it's a really crazy episode.
Okay. Wait. Like the Thundercats? Like
no, like but they look like the Thundercats, like full on cat makeup, face, robes.
So they look like the cast of Cats.
Yes.
Almost.
Kind of like the hospital in this episode.
I mean, there we go. That's
the tie-in.
Yeah.
We worked our way back. See, we know what we're doing.
Yep. So we have some reoccurring characters from season 1 in this episode. This is also the official first episode for David Tennant as the 10th Doctor. The last one, if you go and you look up like on episode things, the Christmas special was episode 0, but really it was just Invasion. A special. Yeah, Christmas Invasion. And so this is New Earth. Basically humanity has gone to a different planet, which of course we know that the Earth doesn't survive after long, depending on which timeline of Doctor Who you're talking about. But we just know there are humans throughout the universe, and New Earth is one of those places. And there is a hospital, which really makes you think about the American healthcare system a little bit, and how they treat people. But you've got these well-to-do people, and one of them is the face of Bo that needs to see the Doctor. He's been called to this place, and there's a message that needs to be sent. And of course, we run into Cassandra again.
Which, by the way, absolute delight in this episode. I know she's evil and everything, but I really enjoyed her. But, especially when she was in David's body.
Well, shout out to the actors for being able to portray Cassandra in their own way.
Yes.
Yeah, because the actual actress is very, very minutely in this film, this episode.
She's only in there at the end.
Yeah, and a little bit at the beginning, just talking to Rose and kind of working things out. Plus, also the little devoted servant, like you know, I know she hit on hard times after like trying to mess up the space station, but you know, Cassandra had a loyal devotee, and I kind of felt bad for the guy, like, you know.
That guy annoyed me, honestly.
Well, it's like you do feel bad. Then it's like, well, he's only a half-life, so he's actually like he's already combusting as we speak.
Yeah. Of course, we've got the cat people who, you know,
cat people
that basically have very questionable bedside practices on
morals, you know, overall
curing human condition and diseases.
Cat nun nurses was a very interesting mix.
Well, it's like it's like the clergy soldiers will meet later on, like.
Oh yeah,
the headless order, like.
Yeah,
it gets weirder, but
Doctor Who and religion gets fun, honestly. The further you get into it.
Yes, along with the psychic wardrobe.
Yep. But also just never forget about the Pope entering Bill's place with the Doctor.
So of course, if you haven't watched the episode, I don't know why you're even listening to us, but that's perfectly fine.
I mean, maybe because people just didn't care for the episode. They're like, well, I'll just listen to these guys talk about it.
Maybe, but it was probably a more fun episode than some of the other stuff that we've covered a little bit, and I think, you know, it's interesting. I do love the fact that, like, you know, the cure happens, like everybody just needs to give each other a hug.
Just hug it out.
Fix everything.
It's not even it's the fact that he just made like a cure cocktail.
He just threw everything in once, and I'm just like, okay, more RTD hand waving stuff, but I'm fine with this one.
This is one of the times where I'm like, okay, I could see this working in science fiction.
I can't. You know what it reminded me of, actually? World War Z, where Brad Pitt is stuck in that room and there's a zombie right outside. He's like, I'm just going to inject myself and see what happens.
They're like, don't do that one. Don't do
that one. You just gave yourself herpes, dude. It's like, shit.
Well, I don't think herpes would have been enough to really make them like care. It had to be something terminal.
Who knows?
You know.
But yeah, no, that was to say the least very fun. Yeah. For the doctor, just like, throw everything in here, throw in the sprinklers, spread it around, and we're done.
Yeah, Billy Piper, David Tennant did a great job acting out as Cassandra. I do want to tell you the most frustrating part of this episode was them arguing about her getting out of the other. Like, it got a little tedious on the elevator shaft, because he's like, Cassandra, get out of her! And then she gets out, and Billy's like, we need the doctor. Come back inside of me. And he's like, get out of her!
Yeah. I was just like, calm down, doctor. Like,
but also it was like, because I genuinely forgot how early they revealed that Rose had feelings for 10. Because like in this very episode, it's like, I was just in your head. You've got feelings.
Well, she had feelings for 9. And,
yeah. And that's the thing, like, when it comes to that, I always figure, like, okay, it reset during this Christmas invasion, but I guess it didn't now.
No, because
he very much still sees the same guy.
Yeah, because so the only time that I recall, because like when 10 became 11, there was really nobody with him, and he just established relationships with new people.
Yeah.
It was only when we saw 11 turn into 12 that we saw the conflict of the doctor changing, because when Rose saw 9 go into 10, she was like, okay, let's do this.
But at the same time, though, during Christmas invasion, she's like, that's the doctor, but like, I don't know who he really is.
Yeah, but at the moment he like woke up and he was doing his thing, you could tell, like, she was like, yeah, there he is.
She's like, that's the doctor.
Yeah,
it's like 9 subconsciously turned into someone that Rose would really enjoy.
Pretty much.
Is that why?
Spiky hair.
Yeah.
He turned into her type.
And then he just keeps coming back.
Yeah, that's the first time in a relationship where it's like, I could change him. Yeah, literally.
He really did.
Literally changed him.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, like he technically became the man he needed, she needed, and then like gave him a piece of himself.
And a piece of Donna. Inadvertently.
Yeah.
But also
he's a giving doctor.
He's a giving doctor, but also he likes to take as well, considering the fact that he used up an entire regeneration on himself.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
burned up a son to call her in the other
He
universe.
also did that. Yeah.
It's funny because like the doctor will talk about responsibility and everything else, and then he'll do something like that. You're just like,
He is
Well,
very much a do as I say, not as I do kind
yeah.
of guy.
It was rules for thee, but not for me.
Yeah.
10 especially, because like even near the end when he kind of goes too far the waters of Mars and he goes, I've been alive too long, like this can't continue.
Yeah, but then he'll say something like that, and then when he gets to the 4 knocks and he looks at
Wilf.
Donna's, yeah, he's like, you just had to
Had
do
to
it.
knock.
Yeah.
You just had to get in there. It's like fucking humans.
And I'm gonna save you.
And I love the fact that like even 11 kind of like throws shade on him at
Yeah.
the anniversary episode because
Yeah.
he's like, but I don't want to go, and he says
that a lot. And then when he's explaining the regenerations to Clara when he thought 11 was the last one,
Oh yeah.
he's like, oh yeah, no, then there was the guy who used up one of the regenerations because he had some kind of letting go problems. Right?
Yeah.
Regeneration, it's a lottery.
It's a lottery.
Man.
But back to the main episode. The way people die in this is kind of horrifying.
Just
Yeah, but when the
Like a
cat
single time.
when the cat sisters, I don't know what I want to call them.
The cat nuns,
yeah.
nurse,
The
nurse.
when they got their comeuppance, I was like, okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's fine.
Yeah.
needed to happen.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
as soon as like when they saw, they're like, oh, it's even talking. No one has to study like the echoes of consciousness. Burn it. As they walk up, I'm like, well, yeah, they're gonna get whatever they deserve.
They gonna get got.
Yeah. And then I didn't expect Cassandra to like kind of learn from this episode, but she definitely kind of like it was like she learned a lesson along the way, and you know.
It's because she had to possess one of the zombified sick people, like
True.
like
Yeah.
she kind of got like she got instant perspective just
Yes.
by doing that.
She just got a dose of trauma and went like, character development.
Mhm.
The fast way.
The fast way around.
Now, my one thing was at the end when her possessing the Half-Life, you know, and she goes into the past with the doctor and like ends up dying in her own arms. I was kind of surprised because that was a very touching moment between them, and it was weird because it was out of character for what we knew Cassandra was before this episode.
Mm-hmm. But also, it kind of speaks to the character that the ego would just be so effective to the fact that it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm much more okay with dying near myself at the same time and also telling myself that I'm beautiful for one last time.
Mm.
Yeah. But
It's
but the younger self, like caring for the dying,
Mm.
like that was a little bit surprising to me because until I thought she learned the lesson in this episode, I thought she was just heartless. So
I feel like
She
once
still
you
had a heart then.
Yeah, I was gonna say she still had a heart. She wasn't just skin.
she wasn't just a trampoline.
She wasn't just pure moisturizer.
Moisturize me.
First thing she says in Rose's body.
She's like, oh wait. She's
What is your favorite like Rose as Cassandra and 10 as Cassandra moments or lines, I guess?
Oh, 10 is an easy one. I can't think of anything for Rose, but 10 when she gets into the doctor and goes, it's like a samba.
Wait, no, I have the line right here. It's like, oh baby, I'm beating out a samba.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite
yeah,
10 one.
yeah.
The Rose one, when she's like, ooh, look at the bumper. And then the phone goes, she's like, is it supposed to ring?
Oh, when she didn't she no, that was a different thing. I was just thinking of when Billy Piper tried like a Cockney accent and failed miserably, but I don't think that was the same thing.
Oh, and then she just ended up sounding Canadian because she said a boot a bunch.
Yeah.
He's like, no, don't do that. That is a good one. I keep seeing that clip online. I was like, that's not even Scottish. That's just poor Canadian. Which,
how does
in many respects, a lot of Scottish people, Irish immigrants did come to Canada, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but it was all fun. It was all fun, and I loved how they kept it going, and you could make sense of it.
Mhm.
I love how the doctor was indignant with her. It was just like it irritated me at one point, and then I'm sitting there going, when I went back and watched it again, because I've watched this a number of times now, I loved how it was just kind of like, there are times where the doctor makes no sense whatsoever, and he's okay with it, and it ends up working out at some point, like going back to the whole medication mixing. Let's mix all of the cures all at once and see what happens. And we're just gonna put it in the one room, and then let's give everybody a hug. And it's like, yeah, but if you touch them, you die. But you're wet, so you're okay.
It just it looked like so much fun to just rip open those bags and just put all the liquid in there.
Yeah.
It did look fun, but at the same time,
it reminded me of
the science nerd in me is like, this wouldn't work.
Well, lucky for me, I failed science, so I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I see here, I was dating a scientist for the longest time who worked in a lab. She was a microbiologist and everything, so kind of rubbed off on me.
Giggity.
Someone kick David out, please, because I can't.
Okay.
I feel like we need a giggity sound button now.
That was
giggity.
Oh man. Let's see.
Which
was so funny because we visited New Earth, but we really didn't see much of it at all.
No, we visited.
All
New
we saw
Earth
is
Hospital.
like a grassy field in a hospital.
Yeah, and then even when they go back with Martha, it's just a traffic jam.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Was that the same place?
Yeah. It's just the underside. It's one of those reflections where he's so like 10 is doing the things he did with Rose as 9, but redoing it. So he took her to the death of her planet on their first date. So now he's taking her to the birth of New York. And then like when she's gone, he takes Martha to the underside of New York. It's like, come on, bro. You gotta like
You gotta get some new date spots here, dude.
You gotta get some new game, bro.
Yeah. Or Russell T. Davies needed to come up with some new ideas.
That is very much a Russell T. Davies thing, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. I think that's why it kind of like surprised me with like the newer Doctor Who episodes. Like we were doing stuff that we did. Like I'll be honest with you, I felt like it was very out of character for the Well episode because we didn't revisit villains or places that we had been to in any of the previous Doctor Who with Judy. Like it was just like the Well was very refreshing because it was revisiting something that we knew and it worked well. So yeah.
Nice.
I do love the Well.
Great episode.
Mm-hmm. I also love the fact that it like proved me wrong because I really did not want it to be the Devil Pit.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was at first too.
Yeah, I was like, Death Star. This seems weird. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that was really. Oh, the face of Bo, of course. You know.
Yes, we gotta revisit Face of Bo.
Kind of leading into like we've been thinking Bad Wolf is one thing when Bad Wolf is something else, and you know we know what Rose like put out there, but then the face of Bo kind of continues on, and you know we'll get a payoff with that later on. If you haven't watched Doctor Who, we'll ruin it for you later. But yeah, I always like the face of Bo. I wish we'd revisit some of those characters with the Doctor knowing who the face of Bo is, and then have those engagements with like a younger version of it.
So. I remember another talking point that I had when I first watched this episode. Sorry, like I said, it's been a few weeks because I watched it earlier thinking we were going to do this earlier. But I really don't like Rose at the start of this episode because we get that moment of her saying goodbye to Mickey. Mickey says, I love you. And she just runs off. I'm like, you're leaving the man hanging. Just say I love you back. You don't have to mean it. Just say it.
See, please. I was more mad at Mickey for not just being like, bro, just move on. This is clearly not going to happen.
But at the same time, like he doesn't want it to end. She won't end it. He doesn't want to. And at the same time, like, he's not gonna go out and cheat on her. I'm just like, Rose, just set him free, please.
After the whole what was it? Not World War III, but the one where the Slovene was trying to do the whole surfboard thing through
Boomtown?
space.
Yeah.
Yes, Boomtown. Like after that engagement and where she kind of left him in the dust, I would have so moved on after that. Like Mickey needed to grow, and thankfully he does, but it takes a long time.
It takes a long.
See, that's
Like-
why I was partially annoyed, because I thought after that he would have moved on, and then he continues to not.
The man, again, Russell T. Davies just has a bad track record when it comes to writing people of color characters.
Yes, for a show that like people complain about being woke, and like we go over like all this stuff, like he doesn't treat the POCs very well in the series.
Not that well.
Like Mickey, he doesn't even get his name right for the longest bit of time, and then the doctor completely doesn't like even acknowledge Martha for the longest, and then like there's a whole episode where she's treated as like subhuman, and the doctor even like looks down on her because he doesn't know who he is. And then what do? We put those two together. We put Mickey and Martha together. Like, oh, it's okay. They were meant to be together because they've been oppressed by the doctor this whole time.
But at the same time, you know what it smells like to me, though? It's just a case of RT going like, let's just ship the two black characters together.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Like, as a big comic book guy, that's what Black Panther and Storm feels like. It's like the most popular male black character and the most popular black female character within the Marvel comics. Let's just ship them off together. I love Azuri, their son, but at the same time, I'm like, this just feels like you're doing it because it pairs well.
Yeah, but don't worry, because they fixed that with the White Black Panther.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for issue number 2 to see where that goes, because it is written by Christopher Priest.
I have no interest whatsoever, and
I'm not reading it. I'm just seeing where things go.
Yeah.
But
well, with that said, but yeah, I mean, like I feel like Mickey and Martha were both done wrong. Now, I didn't like Martha as much as other companions because Martha just, it's kind of like Mickey didn't give up on Rose, like Martha didn't give up on the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And as like, I love there are certain parts like, okay, let's face it, let's jump ahead a little bit when we with Martha. If you think about it in Blink, how messed up is it? There's a whole like line where she jumps in during the recordings in Blink, where she's basically like, I'm working in a shop to support him.
For both of us.
Wait, why aren't you working? Like
one of 13's comics, actually, they go back to that time period where Martha and 10 are stuck, and they have to follow Martha. So you're seeing all of it from a different perspective of her working in the shop. And then she almost got by a weeping angel. Like they actually rescued. They prevented that. I haven't finished that comic yet, but I was like, it was a close call.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of funny.
But Martha, as a whole, just became kind of a doctor's witness at the end of that run. At the end of like the show.
Yeah, I mean, she was like the unrequited love that spent an entire year of her life that didn't matter because it went back in time at the end of it, and went around the world telling everybody about the guy that she loves that will never acknowledge her.
Yeah. They do have like that moment where Martha becomes, a member of UNIT. She's military, and then Donna's like, "Is this what happens to all your friends? Like they just become like this?"
Which, like, especially now with Shooty's run, and like. Kinda, yeah, because a lot of them are now working for UNIT.
Well, let's face it. Like, what better like mark on your resume do you have than spend time with the doctor? It's not even sleeping your way into UNIT. It's just like,
I mean, I've traveled time and space. I know a thing or two.
It's not that they haven't earned their spot or anything as well, but at the same time, it's just I was watching this video essay actually about UNIT and how it's evolved over the years of Doctor Who since. And how like UNIT used to be like morally different from the Doctor, where they do what feels necessary, and a lot of their actions are different from the Doctor's. Whereas now with Shooty's run, or ever since the 60th anniversary, UNIT is just kind of there, where they're just like a tool to be used by the Doctor whenever they need or want, or to bring up whenever they need or want, rather than being a nice narrative tool to oppose the Doctor, like in, say, the Zygon inversion and invasion, you know?
Yeah, it was almost like they did the opposite of Torchwood, where Torchwood respected the Doctor but was antagonistic toward him,
Mhm.
and you had that, like, where at the end you saw that them working in unison with him worked better, and I think they just kind of went that route with Unit afterward.
Yeah, which, back to the original point I was trying to make, honestly, is the fact that, like, I feel like for a lot of Doctor companions, I would love it if we saw some Doctor companions go like, yeah, I don't want to work with you guys. Like, you guys are doing more morally questionable things. You're friends with the Doctor. You say you're friends with him, but a lot of your actions do not align with him. Yeah, the Doctor is aware of you having things like the destruction of the Zygon boxes, which we find out are entirely empty, and, you know, other questionable weapons that they have, but
Johnny, in a way, they're all the Doctor's children.
fuck off.
It's all about the friends we find along the way.
Oh my
God.
god!
I've rewatched season 2 of Shooty's Run lately, and I'm just like, oh baby, you deserve so much more. What the fuck did you do?
I love Kate Stewart. I love the
I
actress.
love Kate.
Just that was a line that didn't have to be there.
It really didn't, and I feel so bad for the actors having to deliver it.
It would be funny if like Disney had two requirements. Everything had to be in 4K, which killed their budget, and the second was she had to be able to say that line. Like we
need a family line.
Yeah. And of course, if a parent dies at some point in the show, that just kind of goes with the whole Disney princess thing. So
did any?
No,
parents?
I don't think any parents die.
No.
You guys ever seen? I kind of hope that they work this into Kate's character at some point, but the way that the actress laughs. You ever seen like a compilation of that?
Wait, all of the Wish Babies' parents. I had to remember how the Ronnie got the baby.
No.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was like evil stepmother vibes right there. So yeah, we'll go with it.
Okay, there we go. There's dead parents right there.
Well, I mean, they're
and
because they're
chicken
animals,
children. Yeah. Dear God, yeah. No, maybe Doctor.
What didn't one of the parents become an owl?
Yeah.
So Doctor.
Yes.
Who?
Is that the joke? Is that the joke? I'm just now getting.
I don't know if that's what I thought of. That's the first thing I thought.
Did we get the owl? It starts hooing and then it goes into the theme? Because I swear to God, it does. Doctor Who. And then you go into the do.
You know what happens is like Russell T Davies is like going through podcasts and says, "Oh wait, we had an owl and we didn't do Doctor Who." Like, crap.
It's his fault. He wasn't on set that day.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just love it. I love it when you like when you expected them to do the whole Doctor Who bit, and then at one point they're like, "Doctor what?" And it's like, I enjoyed those more than the Doctor Who's.
My first thought was Missy going, "Hello, I'm Doctor Who."
Yeah. But also, like, props to Missy for using her name as a pun as well, for going, "Oh, Missy, you're so fine, you're so fine. Hey, Missy. Hey, Missy."
Totally thing the Master would do, for sure.
Totally, and I love it.
Yeah, because like he had that whole like dancing bit when he was like
Rasputin,
or
just same vibe.
Yeah, exactly.
Rasputin, same thing.
Gosh, this just reminded me of a comic where they're trying to like figure out. So Torchwood is an anagram for Doctor Who.
Yep.
And in a comic, a guy's trying to figure out what it's an anagram for because they know it's a question, and he's like, "Is it Doctor How?" And I'm like, "You're right there. You're
so close to switch a few of the letters. Come on,
you're right there,
Doctor How.
Doctor How."
Oh God, that needs to be a joke now.
Yeah, like a parody of Doctor Who.
I'm pretty sure that's just called Rick and Morty as well, though.
Yeah, but Rick and Morty is like an amalgamation of Back to the
Future, Doctor Who.
I feel like there's something else.
Those are two big ones for sure, though.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
which led to a lot of people wanting Peter Capaldi as a live action Rick, which I would honestly love.
I can see it.
I support it with the amount that he swears. Yeah.
Hmm.
By the way, I know I sent it to David. Did you guys see the video of Peter Capaldi singing and performing on stage recently? It was
No,
so
I didn't.
good. I'll find the video and I'll send it to you. But the man still got it. I love him so much.
I mean,
Love
he's related
Peter.
to Louis Capaldi, right?
He is Louis Capaldi's cousin. Yeah. Distant relative, apparently, but
Famous family.
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else to New Earth though?
I can't think of anything. I guess we should do our ratings.
Oh yes, I have the ratings ready.
Oh man.
Oh, also wait, before we do, Niko, what do you give the Christmas Invasion?
Ooh.
Because we didn't get that last time.
8.5.
8.5? Okay. I swear I'm always the one to go the lowest on everything.
My ratings for like 10 and 11 are not going to be fair. It's just
Fair enough. Hey, you know what? My ratings for 12 are not going to be fair. They're going to be severely biased. I'm letting you guys know now. There's at least 5 10 out of 10s.
So 10, 11, and 12 get my highest ratings. Like, it's just how it is. So after that, it's kind of like, because I wasn't like huge on Eccleston, and again, like Jodie doesn't even get a chance because of the storylines. But yeah,
I'll probably rate 13 high just out of spite.
I'll go even lower.
I was rewatching 13, and like my opinions, they're just go like they have random spikes. They go like most of the season, and you know what? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, the Doctor's defending Amazon. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like 12. 12 I rate lower at the beginning because I really didn't like the whole transition where he's kind of getting used to himself. Now, mind you, a second watch at this point it's like a 12th watch.
Not just a second, not just a second or 12th watch. It is a 13th watch or whatever with me, the man who has dissected the absolute hell out of his seasons.
Oh, wait till we get to Hellbent and Heaven Sent. Come on.
Exactly.
We're gonna be yapping.
I will not shut up. I bring it up even in our regular episodes.
I'm gonna have to hang up my Hellbent poster just
a Hellbent poster.
It came with it was a 15 magazine that released when his first Christmas special came out, and it had an insert in it. On the front, it's 15 and Ruby, and then on the back, it was just 12 and Heaven Sent. I was like, goated.
Yeah.
So just be prepared. Also, when we get to the Husbands of River Song, I'm going to be heavily biased on that episode too.
Oh, I love that episode too.
Yeah.
So in short, we're all going to be glazing the hell out of 12.
Yeah,
which I'm okay with.
Yeah, the ratings are not going to like.
Dude, I'm letting you. Like I said, I'm going to be giving Mummy on the Orient Express, Flatline, Heaven Sent, Hellbent, God knows what, 10 out of 10s.
I feel like this is very much like if you guys have ever seen Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah, where the points don't matter. I was about to say that. You and me are the same point on the same concept. Yeah.
Okay, but New Earth. Who wants to go first?
I'll give it a solid 8.
You're gonna give it an 8?
Yeah,
that's what you gave Christmas Invasion. That's what you're gonna do an 8 as well, Niko?
It's a slow start for David Tennant for me, and that's like I think the low end. Maybe a couple will go lower, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 sounds about right for this.
You're also doing an 8. Funny enough, I was also gonna do an 8.
About 8.
So the average is an 8.
Just remember when we get to the Clockwork aliens, like the lady in the fireplace or whatever, I will rate that one low because I don't like that episode.
You don't like that episode?
That's
Not
one
really.
of
that's one of the better ones.
That's one of the higher rated episodes for Doctor Who.
He brings up a banana daiquiri.
No. We'll see. I'll rewatch it again, but like that episode doesn't hit with me. So
you're a thicky from Thickania. Like that whole line was so funny.
God, that episode hits for me. It's just like compressed trauma.
Wait.
It's like, hey, Doctor, you ready to like get traumatized and have to go back to your normal life now?
Oh, thank God. Okay, oh, that's so depressing then. I was scared for a moment that I wouldn't be here for school reunion when we get back Sarah Jane. I am here for it, but I won't be here for Girl in the Fireplace, which is so depressing.
Oh. We'll get your score afterward.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Okay, who's next?
That's all.
Oh, yeah,
Was
we got
everybody?
the-
Oh,
All I was
I
giving
kind of
an
glazed
eight.
over. Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
gotta phone a friend for the rest of the cast or the rest of the podcast people.
Yeah, Sarah and Will. Yeah.
Only thing I'm missing is Will's and Sarah's rating for these last 2 episodes.
Okay. Well, we'll message them, and we'll, we should do something where we post these somewhere so people can kind of predict and see what we're doing.
Maybe I could just start writing season reviews for us and then just upload them.
Nice.
Maybe something. But yeah.
Cool. Well, with that said, next week, wow, what are we on next week? I didn't even see what
Next week we're doing Tooth and Claw.
Yes. I like that
Oh.
episode.
Which I've watched twice now. You know what's funny? I cannot remember it. I'm genuinely trying to recall it, and I cannot remember it. It's the one with the werewolf. I know
werewolf.
that much.
The royal family bloodline is werewolves.
And the telescope with the crystal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't remember the telescope and crystal right now.
The diamond, yeah.
Yeah, still nothing's coming back.
It's like that episode's blurry. The episode I've watched so many times but can never remember is the one with the bee. And
Mhm.
The Agatha Christie one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that just because Felicity Jones is in that one.
What's the one that I keep referencing that Johnny can't remember or doesn't have any knowledge
We were
of?
trying to figure this out yesterday.
We were trying to figure this out last night. I
too.
couldn't remember what it was. Like I've mentioned it a couple times, and he's just like, I've never seen this episode.
Was it one on the bus?
Yes, it's the one where they're going through the tunnel in the bus after the woman stole the item from the museum.
Still
and the 10th is they end up going to a dead planet where these like metallic like creatures.
Yeah, no,
It's
in the middle of the desert. Yeah.
Season 4.
It's
one of those specials at the end of season 4.
Is it okay? It's
right
around
after,
the same time as the next
after
Doctor.
It's right after he leaves Donna because he's like not wanting to bring another.
Yeah,
companion.
it's that in between. Fun fact: those episodes were recorded because they did not know if Doctor Who was going to continue after David Tennant, and they didn't have a production company to step up next, so they had David Tennant record like 2 years of specials.
Kind of funny that we're having a repeat of history now, but with Shooty's just gone and we don't get more of him.
It constantly happens with Doctor.
I swear to God.
It's like they didn't know
Disney
if it would continue after 10.
Fucking back at Disney, for the love of God.
They knew someone was going to pick up after 11, but they didn't know who was going to write it.
Thank God Moffat stuck around for 12.
Yeah.
I don't know. Going into it, I don't think I'd want Netflix to do anything. I just think it would be weird seeing like Doctor Who previews it to Doom, and then
Netflix would be an interesting partner though, because they would be able to keep to that budget that I think Doctor Who works well under. My main concern would be the way the show's filmed, because all Netflix films or shows or whatever, they all look the same. I don't think Doctor Who would benefit well from that.
Netflix has a habit of having 2 seasons of something and then canning it.
And cutting it.
Yeah.
Then again, look at Doctor Who right now under Disney.
True.
2 seasons and you get chopped. At least we have
Disney. Let's face it, Disney Plus is going the same model as Netflix. They're overpromising and underproducing, and they're making things difficult for themselves.
But at the same time, though, the tragedy is the fact that Disney itself doesn't need Disney Plus, so they're willing just to let it die down as it goes on, which sadly affects the projects that we do enjoy, like Ironheart. Why was I about to say Secret Invasion? We do not enjoy Secret Invasion. That is the opposite of what we enjoy. Percy Jackson.
Acolyte.
I was just walking down my stairs. I have posters, Marvel posters going down my stairs coming down here. And I looked over and my wife looked and she goes, "You have the Wakanda Forever poster there. How long's that been there?" I'm like, "It's been there for like almost a year." And then we're walking down as I'm looking at like Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. And I'm like, "Yeah, that needs to change." And then I got to the bottom of the stairs and I look over and I have the Secret Invasion poster up. I'm like, "Why are you here?"
Do you have a Shang-Chi poster? I can send you one. I got like 3.
My Shang-Chi poster is next to the original Avengers poster over to the side. Like that is one of the posters that will never come down. I have all, with the exception of Age of Ultron, I have every Avengers poster up on my wall, whether it's like the payoff or it's the teaser poster. And then I have Shang-Chi, and those are my posters that are down here with the exception of some of my smaller ones. But yeah,
I mostly have these posters because of that whole Disney thing that they used to do, the Disney rewards, which I'm so sad is
same
gone
here.
now. Yeah.
Same here. I haven't gotten a Marvel poster since Deadpool and Wolverine.
For me, it was the Marvels.
They
Which
had that poster.
they had the poster. It was
I
the
had
one
that poster. I forgot. I
Yeah,
do have
it's
that
the one where
poster.
Kamala's standing on the ground, Carol's midair,
Yep,
and then
I do have-
Monica's there, and they're all making their own symbols with the
That's
light.
cool. Yeah,
It
I
was a
remember
good
that.
poster. I love that poster so much.
I think it might be up. I haven't been looking under my projector.
There you go.
screen.
Put that one up. Replace Secret Invasion with that.
I think I might be pulling back out the Miss Marvel poster to go up.
Do it. I support it.
Because I have the one where it's her sitting on the lamppost.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's a good one.
I love
Yeah.
that poster. Yeah.
I like that poster a lot too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that said, we've talked about Doctor Who and a little bit of Marvel, which just
And a little bit
happens.
of everything else while at it.
mhm.
Yeah. But be with us next week. We will be back 2 p.m. Eastern time, 11 Pacific, 11 a.m.
Yep,
Pacific.
exactly 1 week from now we will be doing Doctor Who, and maybe next week as well we might do Superman on Saturday. Hopefully we can schedule something for that.
Oh, I don't know if it's going to be Saturday because I'll be honest
Oh,
with you.
you need
This
to get
week
your
we have the
tickets?
memorial service, and then
Oh, right.
like so. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Hopefully you're able to. Point is, we'll be doing Superman. We got more Doctor Who. Hopefully we'll do K-pop Demon Hunters now that Tony's seen it.
Yes,
Yes.
I've seen that movie every day since I watched it for the first time.
I've only seen it once, but I've been dissecting the hell out of music because I keep listening to it. That is what I'm listening to at the gym. You're just gonna see me like pissed off face, just whoo, and then all you're gonna be able to hear in my ears is just "You're my soda pop."
All I could say is I was sitting there going, wow, this is what I needed. And if my wife ever realizes that I like this show, I'm probably gonna get stuck watching Pitch Perfect because I've never watched them. And it reminds me of things that I've seen in Pitch Perfect with like the singing battles and stuff. So like
The ripoff?
The cup scene with Anna Kendrick is great though.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I've seen all those little things, and I've even seen like with her with Snoop Dogg and all that kind of stuff. But like, I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie of any of them. So yeah,
The first Pitch Perfect is actually really good. I liked
It
it.
is.
yeah.
I've
It's like
I've
Seinfeld.
barely remember the second one because she's in the second one, and I have never seen the third one. I have to watch that one. But
Yeah,
But
but
then there's
even
the
if
spinoff with Adam Levine.
oh
Yeah.
god,
now, even if I don't get to watch Superman like early, let's still schedule, and you guys can do it. I don't have to be a part of it if I haven't seen it yet. So if you want to do that, then just let me know. We can have it scheduled.
Point is, we'll have something Superman related, and we'll definitely do Fantastic Four when I'm back from San Diego.
Mhm.
444.
Hopefully, I'll get some Fantastic Four merch while at it, while I'm in San Diego,
Yeah.
because I can finally access a box lunch.
Oh,
We don't have it here in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have it
And,
here either.
That would be
You
the
don't
one
have
thing
it
that makes
there?
America better, right?
Sure. I can't say anything right now since I'm gonna travel soon, and I'd rather not get.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Delete any videos on your phone.
I've been clearing my phone. And when I go to the borders, I'm deleting all my social media apps.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna love losing all my TikTok drafts.
Just remember when you're flying, don't ask for Bud Light.
I do not drink piss water, thank you. I'm in BC, Vancouver. Okay, I'm in the Lower Mainland. We got breweries everywhere. I get that shit fresh. It's
Okay.
great.
Go ahead and rub it in. You're better than us.
I mean,
Yeah.
we also got wineries everywhere in BC. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, when should we do? I was gonna say soda pop, but I mean K-pop. Demon Hunters.
whenever.
I gotta finish some stuff tomorrow. So like, if you guys want to do it later this week or whatever, just let me know.
Okay, David, are you gonna watch it?
Now that I know that everyone else has watched it, maybe I will.
Hey,
Yeah,
Dave, don't
watch
worry.
it.
I'm going to be streaming it later.
There you go. Like, okay, David, if it helps, JJ, who hates K-pop, also really enjoyed the movie.
So is like if David doesn't like something, you just reference JJ. You think that's gonna make it better?
Yes, because JJ has high standards for media, and usually if JJ likes something, I
It's
feel like
credible.
that's a good litmus test.
I will admit,
If
like,
JJ doesn't like something, though,
Listen,
I probably won't like it myself, but I won't lie. There's a chance David might like it if JJ doesn't.
there are books
have-
that I have avoided reading because JJ said something negative. I'm like, oh yeah, it's not good. That's not.
I have stopped recommending stuff that I like to JJ because I'm afraid she won't like it.
See, I'm doing the opposite because I'm like, I think I know what you like now.
Just remember, if you ever have a conversation about something that JJ likes, just make sure she tells you her opinion before you tell her yours.
Oh, I'm telling her my opinion regardless.
Because she asked me a question once about Game of Thrones, like the show, and she asked me if I thought that the way they did Daenerys at the end, if it made sense to me. And the way she asked it, I thought she thought it did, because I had some of it wasn't settling with me, and I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not going to disagree with JJ. So like I was like, she's like, really, you thought that? I'm like, no, I didn't. I just thought you were saying like something else. And I completely felt stupid afterward. I'm like, oh no.
See here, this is like with JJ, you just give her your own opinion. She's not gonna hate it.
Yeah, but
she knows I don't like Dune.
Yeah.
I really did.
I still haven't watched part 2 of that.
I thought that JJ didn't like part 2 either. It felt like too. I don't know. We're getting way off topic. We should just end this.
Yeah.
Back to
as we're talking about
Doctor
Who. Yeah.
Oh.
Like there's actually people watching us now that we're talking about nothing Doctor Who.
However, honestly, if the Doctor ever dealt with the sandworm on whatever the planet is in Dune, that would be pretty interesting.
Basically, what happened in that episode, you don't remember.
Oh yeah,
is that it?
Yeah.
Do I get to see the Doctor do like a silly little walk where he's like sweeping his legs and just sidestepping the whole time? Does he?
A little bit.
Oh my god! I really do.
And he talks to fly people.
What the? I remember him talking to cacti. I know that's racist.
And with that, we hope you all had a wonderful show with us. Please try to give us another chance and come back and watch again later on.
I swear we're very on topic.
Yes, we will never stay on topic. That's just not how it is.
Look, we are on topic when the material that's given to us is like really damn good.
Yeah, but this is still an 8 out of 10. This was still a good episode.
8 out of 10 is like, this is fine, this is good, this meets requirements.
No, that would be like a 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Like 6 and 7s are passable.
6 and 7's like, this is fine.
8s are like good. 9s are really good, and 10's like it's flawless.
10 is just like this is perfection. But
yeah.
Which, we'll see how long it takes for 10 to shoot out a 10 for me.
Yeah. Well, with that said, we're going to go ahead and go. You all have a wonderful afternoon, evening, whenever you're listening to this or watching it, and we'll see you next time.
No, frick.